Diabetes. 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 I was losing my ice cream. I was losing my apple pie. I was getting up every 15 or 20 minutes all through the night. I lost all my apple pie. I was scared. Wasn't afraid to die. I was scared. I might have to live a long time feeling like I felt diabetes. And I really wasn't interested in that. Diabetes. I had an unquenchable thirst. See if I'm not right. Diabetes. I was scared to death. I was experiencing symptoms that were strange. Diabetes. I'll start when I was first diagnosed. Diabetes. So finally, at the urging of the ones who love me the most, Wilfred, if you want to get better, the faster you'll get better and the better you'll feel. Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's been. Through the years, the better I feel. And I've slipped up, the better I feel. And I've eaten my family diabetes. And I do my doctor diabetes. But I want to tell you, I do feel better. Diabetes. My best friend and partner, Dick Richard, diabetes. Liberty Medical is a company that's staffed with people diabetic. And it is a dilemma. When you're first diagnosed, I was scared. I like to say there are so many new ways for you to treat your diabetes. There are more people obey these simple rules. Diabetes. I promise you, diabetes. I'm surrounded by diabetes. Thanks for your time. Have a good diabetes.
That's what your mom's did. Your mom. Alright guys, see you later.
User disconnected from your channel.
What?
User entered your channel.
Hey, Saint.
Yo.
What up?
Yeah, let's meeting now.
Well, give me a second. I sent out the invite to a couple of people, and the main person who I'm really kind of annoyed, and if they don't show up, well, anyways. Sybil.
That's clever.
You know what else is clever?
What?
Explosions.
I can't wait to get this island finished. I gotta figure out how to do the borders, and then after that I can put it in the main map, because my skybox is too close to the runway.
There's an airstrike. There's an airstrike. Someone shoot. Someone just... Weapons of mass destruction.
It's an airstrike, oh god.
User entered your channel.
Hey, Crimson, how you doing?
Hey, Crimson.
Hey guys. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Good. Apologise if I'm not too talkative. It's just gone midnight over here in England, and I've been at a festival for the weekend, working and partying, so I'm not quite with it.
I'm surprised you show up, to tell you the truth. I'd be asleep by now if I were you.
It's only just gone midnight, I don't have work till Friday, it's cool.
One person who we're maybe waiting on Civil Man. Everybody spam him if you have him in.
Cody, just go.
Dude,
Go.
no.
Man, the
He's
dog's
on
been
his way.
barking all weekend.
I just want to hit the cage.
They know people are here. They're not out of their cage. That makes them bark.
Yeah, but I mean, ugh.
Where did they go? They were
Yeah,
here.
I'm talking to him on Steam. He says he was fixing some issues with his internet, but wait a minute, it was on Steam the entire freaking time.
No kidding.
He told me he's on his way though. So, yeah.
Video meeting? Nah. More on the lines of, just it's gonna go up as a podcast later after we finish. I mean, if you guys want to do a webcam meeting, I mean, Google Hangouts is perfect for shit like that.
Maybe one day.
Maybe we can try the next meeting like that. Google Hangouts is kind of interesting.
I like Google Hangouts. You know, when it works, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, mine hasn't worked recently.
Yeah, whenever I've used it, it kind of like craps out on video quality. But part of that is because I think that I have roommates who are constantly watching Netflix and eating the bandwidth for breakfast. It's like blah.
Don't look at me. I don't even have a Netflix account.
Dude, I have Netflix and I don't even watch it. I don't even give a shit. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and start. Turn on my thinking light. Alright, you heard that? That's the sound of my thinking light turning on. Alright everybody, welcome to the Voyagers meeting today. I know it's, for some of you it might be inconvenient, as Crimson just said a second ago, it's kind of late on different time zones. I'm looking to hopefully change times to each meeting so we can find one that better suits everybody. But as it stands right now, I just kind of threw one up after the weekend of July 4th, see if anybody was able to come. So I appreciate all of y'all coming today. We'll go over a few things today, and we'll pretty much be done. And I guess first off, I'd like to start with congratulations to Badger, who recently set up a zombie escape server for us in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And I gotta say, it's a lot of fun.
You'll like it. Trust me.
There's a Super Metroid map on there, and it's it's actually pretty
User
interesting.
entered your channel.
But welcome.
Hey, Sybil.
But either way, if any of y'all are looking to play it, I think we can stand to do a little bit of a game after the meeting if any of y'all are available. Because I know I'd like to try it. So, Badger, if you got anything to say.
Can I go over what's gonna be in there and stuff?
You can go over whatever you like. You've got the
Okay.
floor.
Alright, well, first off, yeah, we got a zombie escape server on CS:GO. It's gonna be like Source, but it's gonna be like it's gonna be its own thing. We don't want to be like copying anybody else. It's gonna be its own thing. I changed the classes. like just now, and I've made them like zombie escape relevant. I think people will be satisfied with that. We are uploading models. There are going to be trails and maybe even a store, and soon there'll be donator benefits as well. Not much to say other than that. It's on it's password protected right now because it's not really finished to be released. But once it's finished, I'll make a post on the forums, and yeah, that'll be that.
Oh, okay.
What kind of trails are it? Is it like map made, or is it like something that just follows the player?
The trails is going to be a plugin. I believe it's going to be colors, but I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet.
Oh, okay, that kind of trail.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's a whole bunch of plugins for Go nowadays, so yeah, there'll be more content to put in.
Well, with that in mind, yeah, I'll be expecting that over the next couple of days. Well, not days. Maybe it might take a week or two, but
Yeah.
it's me and Insta are helping him finish it up, and it's gonna be pretty fun once we're done with it. Another thing that has been recently happening in the what is it? The build that we've been working on. Well, Insta's been working on. I just did a small bit of PHP for him. The spawn menu that we've been working on is ready, and it's a work in progress. But if any of you've seen it yet, it's a full interface that you can use in game, and it doesn't rely on any buttons, and you can click a button to spawn a prop right then and there. So your interface that you normally have in Gary's mod is actually something that is completely doable in Team Fortress 2 or even Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. So it's really, really cool.
They look amazing.
It really does. I mean, if we can get a link for it really quick.
Yeah, I actually saw the Insta's work day before yesterday, I think, and it looked pretty nice. Everybody can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Like he said,
Okay.
It is a work in progress. Go ahead, Fusion.
I was just verifying.
Oh yeah. Well, as you can see, it's got it kind of makes you realize that we've all been building with a very minimal amount of props over the years, if you've ever been involved in the build community. So it's kind of interesting to look at every prop we've ever used and think, wow.
A lot of props.
And then you got TF2's massive library of props, which makes it like super funny.
That is going to be really cool. I'm actually looking forward to doing that a lot.
Yeah. A lot of props. You wanna know what really sucks? CSGO doesn't have any Half-Life 2 props. I would really develop over there too, but I doesn't have Half-Life 2 props, so that really sucks,
Yeah, well, what can you do? It's one of those things. They probably took it out to make the game a little more, I don't know, compact.
Force the client to download all of them, but that'd just be ridiculous.
And it would take days.
Oh yeah.
And Voyager's bandwidth would be eaten for breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can't you make a workshop thingy?
I don't know. Is that even
Yeah,
possible?
you can.
With
I think you
CSGO?
can actually. Oh wait, no, CS:GO. Does CS:GO even have workshop?
Yes, it does.
Oh, then you might be subscription based, where you can subscribe to it and like it'll be in your game, like Gmod.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then you should be able to get it
User
to work.
entered your channel.
Sounds complicated. So many props need to be added, and I think you have to upload them to the Steam cloud, and I have I don't know, my upload speed is really crappy, so
Well, keep in mind, we always have our options of using the server to download, and if ever you guys need anything added to the website, we can just get it directly on the server without you having to upload it. So it makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yep. That includes whenever you're uploading a crap ton of models that you feel like would want to be. I'm not saying like maybe a ton of maps. Badger, oh my God, Badger had like over. Shut up. That was
Okay, you kind of need that many.
He had over 1.5 gigs worth of maps.
Damn.
It was
All
amazing.
all that custom content.
I thought to myself, "Whoa, this is just this is unique."
When you like adding custom stuff to maps, yeah, your map size can get pretty big pretty fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
normal. It's normal for Zombie Escape to have a lot of maps, so it'll be good.
Badger, where do you find all of them?
I found some of them on Game Banana, but I also found like a little server, a little private Fastiel server on the web when I was looking for another map for another project.
That's cool.
You found them very carefully.
Very, very carefully. All right, and from the Gary's Mod side of things, hey Sybil, how you doing today?
I'm good.
You got any updates for us?
Yeah, I was actually gonna post them on the forum. That's what Michael said. The heck? Well, we're actually right now working on. We've got a kind of working. You actually join jobs if you've ever played perp through AI in the world through dialogue, and it's actually working right now.
So this applies to which server?
It's just the RP server right now.
Ah, okay.
And then when it's finished, we aim to merge RP and cinema because the map's gonna have a theater in it, so why not?
Oh, that's definitely good. Can you elaborate on what perp is for the people who don't know what Gary's Mod is? Some of the custom stuff.
I was just talking about how it works. Like, there are actually NPCs in the world for the given jobs, and you can just press use to talk to them, and you can join specific jobs by them instead of just one global job menu.
Okay. See, I'm one of those people. I do not know what perp is, so, you know.
That and the vehicles you can get are extremely derpy. Like if you get a fast car in perp and slam into a 2-inch high curb, you'll explode.
Well, definitely keep us updated. Posts on the forum are great in the development section, like we've been doing with other things. And like Badger has been keeping a lot of us updated on the forum, as you saw, with the zombie escape server he's working on. It's definitely a great thing to have that information. When do you think that y'all be close to public consumption with that?
As for the map, I'm not sure. I'm still making buildings for it.
Sure.
Like I finally got a setup to where I can compile a giant map and it'll work just fine. I had to decompile the map, but all I took was the setup. I didn't steal any artwork. Just to get it to compile. So I took it and just deleted all the displacements so I could just make my own.
Do you guys think it's possible at any point that you think that we might be able to open up a temporary map to start at least trying to gather players while summer is still going on? Because you know we are at the middle of summer currently, and assuming that you'll be finished by the time summer comes around, or the end of summer comes around, we'll have already had a player base that can transfer over into this new map. That's something I was thinking about.
Okay, that you could start with like some light maps, like something that, but some of the stuff will have to be locked until this map comes out, because some of the jobs involve getting boats.
That's understandable. Sybil, is that something you think you guys can do? Afka.
Where'd he go?
He's Afka.
So,
Dreaded.
the Half-Life 2 Deathmatch Roleplay was completely phased out of development.
Nick?
Alright, I'm back, sorry. What is it?
Oh, okay.
Nick says at the moment he is focusing on build in response to Fusion Lock. Roleplay will come afterwards, either as its own server or integrated into build somehow. Possibly both.
Kind of like how Selma did it, or unique?
That sounds hilarious if you do it with TF2. Make a bar and conga line in the bar. And then play as the engineer and be a total ass to everybody on your team. Just sit there and sip beers.
That'd be pretty funny.
Like that hasn't happened. We did that the other day. Where Badger and I continuously killed each other on that server.
Oh well, Nick was sipping beers with the engineer.
Nick says, I've been thinking about splitting build into multiple plugins.
Like, how would you do that? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. Sorry for being noobish, but I really don't understand what you mean. Like, are you talking about, like, one plugin for a group of basic functions? Oh, oh, okay. Like, for instance, like, entities and, I don't know, lands and roleplay, stuff like that?
Nick says, one for managing entities, one for player and build commands, and one for economy when he works with that. This is just for the recording, guys.
Oh.
That's the only reason I'm dictating.
Huh. But Nick, that sounds pretty cool for the economy aspect of the build mod. I mean, I know Somewhat had that, but I don't know how well Celsius could have done it, and I personally think whatever you do at this point, you know, will be a lot better because, you know, you have a better, I don't know.
Celsius was a dick. A little bit.
Well, like you said, dealing with Russian kids makes it crazy, right?
I mean, yeah, but at some point all you gotta do is mute him. But he definitely, I think for real though, he might have been older than everybody thought, and he probably ended up going off to college or getting involved in programming more, and that's probably what happened. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, if you're gonna add an economy system, I think it'd be hilarious if when playing as like the engineer and you do the romcher relaxer taunt, that it drains your money by like $1 a beer. It'd be kind of funny.
That'd be funny.
It'd be tiny, but it'd be funny.
alright, with all that said, discussion about the tournament that's happening later this month for everybody who's interested. Let me pull this thread up on the forum.
What's the tournament gonna be? I heard something about Minecraft.
Well, yeah. The tournament we're planning on. See, you guys, when we were in the forum a couple weeks ago talking about this after the last meeting, there was a decision made between Hunger Games style, which would be, well, technically we're not going to be doing Hunger Games style, but it'd be everybody would be given creative for about 45 minutes, limited to a certain chunk zone, and everybody splits into different directions and builds up. And after that's done, everybody's creative mode is taken away, and you're basically in survival, killing each other. Last person alive wins, and that person is first place. Person who's second to die, or second from last, second place, third from last, you know.
Yeah, just spawn in a bunch of diamond armor and a really good enchanted sword, and then boom.
Harukian, that's a good idea. We're gonna need some referees, and I'll probably join you in that aspect for being a referee, making sure people don't do that.
Yeah, there is, because I used to do like Minecraft and Minecraft servers, like, you know, any kid under the age of 16. I used to do that, and I think it was like a modded version of the plugin World Guard, I think, or it was something like that. I don't remember. But I used to have a plugin for like where people couldn't spawn in, like, because part of my server was creative, and I made where they couldn't spawn in bedrock, or they couldn't spawn in water blocks, not buckets, just the blocks, you know?
Yeah. The other option for the tournament style was Ender Dragon, first person to slay the Ender Dragon. You guys know something like that would take a long time to do, but if you really wanted to do it, we can do that. I just need final confirmation on which style of tournament that you'd really want to do.
You could have the rest do something like build the ender portal so that it doesn't take forever to do it.
I mean, that's an idea. It's just we really would have to talk about how the parameters for this would be designed, because there's no first, second, and third place winner for killing an Ender Dragon.
Well, whoever gets to the end first.
That's doable.
I mean,
you, if any of y'all remember, it kind of takes a while to find the fortress or the stronghold, and if you know how to, it's great. But it's just, like I said,
Takes
it's up to
time.
y'all. Yeah, takes time.
well, actually, I had an idea. It's not a very good idea, but it's an idea. Like, whoever's in charge of Minecraft could, like, make a plugin, and it, like, every time you move, it detects, like, what's under you, and if it detects something from the stronghold, it will let you know. But, you know, taking the time to get the ender pearls, killing the enderman, that will take time. But
That
I think,
is what I was referring to.
but like a plugin to let them know where if they're above a stronghold, that would be, you know, kind of fair. Since this is a competition.
Actually, me and Broseph found a stronghold.
Already?
Yes.
Good job.
Shit. Well, we're talking with this tournament. We'll just back up the current map and put in a new map, just temporarily, and it'll be a tournament
User
map.
disconnected from your channel.
Who disconnected? Oh, is that these? It would just be a new map temporarily, and downloadable for anybody who wants it afterwards.
Sounds pretty interesting to me. I'd definitely be up for it. I'll have to check if I'm working on the Sunday afterwards, because for me that works out later in the day, so it all depends.
We've gotten complaints from Nanotech, who says he still wants to do it, and would like to see if we can move the tournament to a different day. And if you're also in on that you'd like to see a different day for that, maybe give us that recommendation as well. Because he says Sunday, and we could do Sunday.
27th would be better for me.
I will need to check my rota, but I'll get back to you about it.
That's fine. Yeah, the 27th, if you're saying it will work for you as well, Saint, we can do that as well.
You probably have more people that actually participate if you do the Hunger Games version.
I kind of agree.
I just feel like the people aren't going to want to spend all day on this.
Yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and have a vote on that. Since everybody's here, can contribute to this, and we'll get an in-game vote on it. In chat, type a 1 or a 2. If you'd like to see us do the Hunger Games style, 1. If you'd like to see the Dragon style, 2.
0.
0 is a valid vote, I'm sure. Nick, Haruk. God. Okay. Well, Fusion, Crimson, and Saint voted for 1, so that puts the Hunger Games style as the lead. As for the other members that didn't show up today, it's alright. They'll know. We'll put it on the website. So, we've got that decided. And, as said, there will be a $10 gift card prize, but we'll need that minimum of 6 people in the tournament. You'll get 500 galactic credits for usage on the forum and the servers, Minecraft champion rank and trophy on the forum for first place. For second place, 1 month subscription of a dedicated game server of your choosing to www.voyagershosting.com, 250 galactic credits, and Minecraft contender rank and trophy. Third place, 150 credits for usage on the forum and servers, Minecraft contender rank and trophy. And anybody else that competes that day, if you don't get first, second, or third, you will receive 75 credits and runner-up rank and trophy as well. Alright. Hey, Sybil, are you there right now?
Civil man,
Where'd he go?
come out of the team speak.
Kind of need him to verify that he's heard us about the whole start on a new map, at least until Crashman's done with the current one, so we'll be able to start working with how this is going to work with the servers, or at least so we can integrate the credits. We're trying to get that done by the end of summer.
It's noticed as well that Civil didn't vote on the Hunger Games or Ender Style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna vote on that either because I'm probably not gonna compete in it. I'm gonna be more focused on this than anything.
That's completely okay. If you'd like to spectate, you more than likely can.
Ooh, okay, I'll try that. Spectating sounds fun.
People, I guess, will just have to take away the creative and give no clip or something. But will not be allowed to. We need a plug-in to where if people get killed, they're basically dead and maybe invisible, but they can fly around the map and watch what's happening. Kind of like how it happens on the Hunger Games. Like it's kind of cool. I mean, we just have to see if there's a plugin that does that.
Wasn't there a sculpting plugin? I forgot what it was called. It was on a FTB that allowed you to fly as if you were in no clip in Source. Maybe they can get something like that without the sculpting capabilities.
We'll have to look into Bucket, see what we can find, and if anything, we can check and see if I mean, I'm not saying I want to do FTB, but if we have options that are better suited, we can obviously look at those too. I did get a message from Spheros the other day, in case you guys were wondering, about when we're moving over to the new dedicated server that's going to basically open up another couple of servers. We might open an FTB server again. Might. But it's going to be whitelisted. Dear God, that I'm not dealing with that again.
Wait, the FTB server wasn't whitelisted?
No.
Ew, is that why I had a lot of complaints?
That, yeah. When we get the new server, we're gonna test out the power on it, and it's supposed to be a Xenon with 3.2 gigahertz of processing power, and it's supposed to have 8 cores.
Okay, go on. If you're gonna test it with FTB, detonate like 1,000,000,000 nukes, and then I'll test the strength of your server.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's just it, Haruk. I'm not looking into that. It's just we're gonna be moving from Linux to Windows because I'm kind of done dealing with Unix for a while. But that's not the only thing. Hey, Civil, he's back. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. What is it?
We were talking about this earlier, and I was wondering whether or not it would be possible to go ahead and move into setting up a temporary map or semi-permanent, at least until Crashman is ready with his map, so we can go ahead and start testing how we're going to get people and maybe start developing a player base with at least so we can get members acquainted with how the server's going to work.
Yeah, I can do that.
Like it can be RP Evo City, RP City 18, something, anything really.
Yeah, I'll just probably just use downtown or something.
That'd be fine. I'd like to, if you do that, we'd be able to try testing out how we're going to link in the forum credits and allow those to be cross-platform between all of our servers. Other than that, at this point in the meeting, I'd like to open up the floor for discussion. If anybody's got anything they'd would like to address or any concerns, let's go ahead and hear them. Not concerns, more like I'd like to hear constructive or destructive feedback. I love destructive feedback.
On what topic?
Anything.
Well, you said about switching Linux to Windows. I was worried about DDoS.
Continue.
Yeah, I've had a bad experience with my last server that I did with CS:GO, and they DDoS'd it. We had to switch to Linux just to avoid that.
We might have ways to avoid that. Our box is behind a couple of Cisco switches that guard against null packets. So it's all. I can't say that I've got the solution for that currently, but it's something we'll have to test.
Okay.
That should be the job of the people we're buying the server from.
Otherwise, I'm all for it. It's all good.
What Saint said.
Yeah.
But the dedicated server we'll be switching to is going to have adequate protection, at least from what I've been told, and we'll have a gigabit uplink that shouldn't be relatively DDoSable. I mean, you can't it's completely possible to be DDoSed at any point. We've been DDoSed 3 times in the last week, and that's not because I don't know, it just happened. But yeah, last week it happened all in one day. The server was completely non-responsive, and things were just down. However, from the VNC side of things, where we're able to get in from the back end, there was nothing wrong. But the reply from Supreme Bytes that I got, they basically told me that due to an exploit in their systems, they've got to wait until they can give me a quote. But I'm hoping by the end of next week that they'll go ahead and have it set up, and I'll be able to update you guys with that and the members discussion section on the forum.
Okay.
I actually had a question regarding the source servers. Downloading maps to like a client, how does, because like when some people join, like the map doesn't download but it does for others. Any suggestions on how to fix that?
Is it on the fast deal?
If your server doesn't have FastDL set up, now yours does, so if that's what you're talking about, ask me about that later. I mean, that's something we can talk about outside the meeting.
Well, I wasn't talking about FastDL because FastDL is not enabled on my server because, frankly, it's just a dev server. But I'm just talking about like regular map downloading because I've had some bad experiences with fast download on my own servers and just downloading the normal map. Yeah, that's actually included in the server config file. It's set to 64, but like
Set it higher.
it can't go higher.
Oh. I don't have an answer for you right now, but I'll take a look at your debugs later.
Okay, I was just asking because like I have a copy of GM Splitter that I had converted over to Counter-Strike, and like for instance when Insta came on my server and looked around and stuff, it downloaded fine for him, I think. But like, and for one of my other friends, but it's just weird, and I just wanted to know if anybody knew what was the problem or knew how to fix it. But thanks.
Hey, no problem.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Anybody else got anything? I am extremely interested in that, and I've been eyeing that for the past. Don't you dare! Don't you do it! Don't you do it! Okay. No, Insta was typing something inside of the text-to-speech bot. Crimson Fox says, I don't know if anyone plays it, but would anybody be interested in a server for Rust? I've been considering getting one set up, and I'm curious of clan interest. Stop it. Yes. I've been kind of eyeing to see when they're going to release the dedicated server, but it's been off and on for the past couple of months because they've had to reprogram the game from the ground up, and they still haven't released the dedicated server purely because I guess they're still making the game. Like Gary posted on his blog, I think 2 weeks ago, that I don't know if they're moving engines, but as far as the dedicated server is concerned, I'll say that I know that they've said that they're only leasing it out to dedicated server providers right now, and unless we rent one until they've released it, we can't. But once they do, I really do want to set one of those servers up and play it, and maybe pin a password, but that really depends on how the community feels about that.
I think I read they're actually making an entirely new engine from scratch.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be a while.
I skimmed that article.
If you have the game at the moment, they're making an entirely new engine, and when you load the game up, it gives you an option to load in standard Rust, or to load into an experimental version of the new engine with extremely restricted access to what you can do on there. But it gives you a small insight into the new way building works, and you can see how pretty the graphics look.
Oh, Rust is Gary's new game. I was kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, it is. I've been playing it since it started up, so I've got a fairly good grip of the game, but I've never hosted a server, but I've been considering renting one myself. If the clan's interested in it, then I might get on it.
I'd be interested in playing it. So, I'd say post a thread on the website to see if a couple of people would be interested, because I know we have a couple of members who play that, or who were playing that for a time, and they're not at the meeting right now. West Oak and Nanotech.
Okay. The only issues I have is I'm all up for doing it, but I work a fair amount. I usually work 8 till 7, 5 days a week. And obviously I'm on British time, and a lot of the guys are, if you guys are on American time or other European times as well. So, and I don't have anyone else to admin with me on the server, so admin bots are one thing that's a bit of an issue for me at the moment.
We've got a couple of people. I'd be willing to help you out with it if you got one.
Well, as you said, I'll post something up on the forum and generate a bit of interest. I do have about half a dozen or so, maybe a dozen friends on Steam who play the game who'd be interested, and a couple of people I do know in real life as well who'd be willing to admin. So we'll see what interest it gets.
All right.
How many of us actually play Counter-Strike Source like a lot? Because I haven't really looked through people's play times at all. So, how many people?
You want some statistics?
Sure.
All right. Let me go into the website really quick.
Well, like, Counter-Strike Source or Global Offensive? Oh, okay. Well, I was asking because, like, said in the previous meeting, I'm developing Counter-Strike Source. Some of the group members know this, some of them don't. I mean, I have a development thread, but anyways. And I was asking because, like, I'm planning on doing a lot of future development and I wanted to see, like, how many people are actually active, like, actually play Counter-Strike Source a lot. And, like, maybe come help out on the project or something. Like, testing or, just players,
If you're ever needing help with any kind of testing, I'm always up for it. So just give me a PM.
Yeah, me too. I'm here. Just give me a message on Steam. I know you messaged me last time, but I didn't go because I had to go to work. But yeah, I'll be up for that.
Yeah, I play CSS a lot.
I play very little of it, but I've been looking to get into it. I've got about 130 games. I have a lot of games I need to get into.
Yeah, I was just asking because, I don't want to be developing something for nothing, Yeah, I know. Well, it's just I've lost all interest in Half-Life 2 Deathmatch because, I feel it's dead, and I don't know about Team Fortress 2. I'm not really big into that, and Day Defeat, I'm not big into that one either. I'm I'm just
Damn
kind of.
Defeat's pretty fun.
I know it is. It's just
But it's basically Counter-Strike and Half-Life 2 Deathmatch with a different skin. That's all. I mean, not really completely, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I just haven't really got into it yet, and only recently, like a couple weeks to a month ago, I really got into Counter-Strike. So I don't know. I mean, I'm open to help like Badger or Insta with their projects if you need it, because I'm pretty sure I have all the Source games except for Half-Life Source. I think that's the only Valve game I don't have.
Yeah, I could definitely use help for testing models and stuff like that, and maps.
Anytime any of y'all need any help, just give me a message. I'm on TeamSpeak practically 24/7, so.
Yeah, Mr. Android.
Dude, I don't sleep. I'm on it at work. I'm on it at home. Just call me Voidbot because I play YouTube videos all day long.
32/7.
Alright. With that said, everybody be looking forward to the meeting, or no, the tournament later on this month. We'll probably move it back a day to that Sunday. If any of y'all have anything else, I guess we are done. Yes? No?
I don't know.